Well, I made it all the way through this one. That's more than I can say about some movies I've watched in the last couple of months. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So tonight we are very quickly, I hope, unless I start rambling, going to talk about the movie Big Freaking Rat. Listen, I could sit here and rip this movie apart if I wanted to. It's ultra low budget. I mean, it's one of these movies where like only a handful of people are going to like it and probably even watch it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I'll tell you something. I made it through this movie, and at the end of it, I didn't hate it. And there was a lot of spots in this movie that I respected. Like, I mean, the acting is okay. I mean, you're never going to get stellar acting with this style of movie. You're just not, okay? But, I mean, I've seen a lot of movies where I had to shut it off because the fucking acting was so bad. But this movie, I mean, even though there were some goofy characters and you could tell that there was a ton of filler in here just to get it to that hour and 25 mark. But, I don't know, for the most part, the characters gelled. Yeah, I mean, you can argue with me and say some of the actors sucked, and they did, right? But there was some good acting in here too, or at least the effort was put into it. What else? Okay, so the other thing that I respected too about this movie was, and again, I don't know these guys anything, so I'm not, not ranting about this movie because I owe them something. I'm just being honest. I mean, if I wanted to rip it apart, I could. But the other thing that I really liked was the fact that there's a giant rat in this movie, obviously. That's what it's fucking called. But they didn't use CGI, which was fantastic because a lot of this style of movie, or these style of movies where it's like mega low budget, is they try and use CGI. I guess maybe it's a cheaper route to save money. But there was only one scene, and it lasted like 3 seconds. It was just this rat at the end of the movie running down this mine shaft, and it was CGI'd, and it looked fucking horrible. I'm not even going to lie. But the rest of the time the rat was in this movie, it was all practical, and I respected that. Mind you, 90% of the time you only see its head and its paws, right? But again, this is ultra low budget. They tried to amp up the gore as best they could. There's nothing really in here that stood out to me, but I mean, when the campers were getting eaten and stuff, there was a lot of red stuff on screen. So again, I can give them that because a lot of this style of movie, they don't even do that. They just show the after effect or whatever. So, I mean, they did put the effort in. The set pieces in this movie were okay as well. I mean, the mind itself, I don't know if it was like a set from another movie and they got to borrow it or how they pulled that one off. But again, it looked pretty cool. You know what I mean? And some of the other set pieces that they used looked okay. But I mean, all that aside, at the end of the day, to give this movie a rating, I don't know. I'd probably give it like maybe a 5. I'm not going to fail it just because like they did try and put the effort in. Again, I don't know what the budget was for this movie, but I can only imagine it was like next to nothing. But I don't know, man. It's just, when you sit down and you watch these movies, it's going to be a fucking cheese fest, right? So you have to have that mindset going into it. And as long as you go in with that mindset, you might actually enjoy this movie. And there has to be an audience who enjoy this type of movie because they keep making them. It's just the thing that the filmmakers try and do, which makes the movie either a hit or a miss, is, like in this case, this movie does not take itself seriously, okay? The jokes are bad. The characters, like these gangsters in here, like they're called the Stefanos or something like that, but it's so close to Sopranos, you know what I mean? And they load this movie up with like references to Jaws, like the one officer's name is Brody, and there's just the way they kill the rat at the end. And I don't mean to give spoilers, but I mean, they throw a gas can in his mouth and they blow it up. I mean, there's so many references to Jaws in this movie, but they just, they're trying. You know what I mean? And it was one guy that, it's directed and written by Thomas J. Churchill. So I'm sure he put in a massive amount of effort into this movie. Why wouldn't you? It's your movie. Your name's all over it. Why would you want to make yourself, look bad? But it's just, you know, I don't know. It's hard to sit here and defend these type of movies, but I didn't hate this movie. I honestly didn't. But I'm never going to watch it again. I'm never going to talk about it again. The only reason I watched it was because you guys asked me to, and that's fine. But, you know, if it's Halloween season, you're going to get good horror movies and you're going to get shitty horror movies. I mean, this definitely isn't a good horror movie, and don't ever think that it is. It's not. Okay, but again, like I said, what distinguishes this movie from a lot of other movies this style is I felt that they put effort into it. You know what I mean? A little bit more effort than most do. And I'm not going to sit here and list a whole bunch of shitty ones, but I don't know. Again, I didn't hate this movie, but I didn't love it either. And again, to give it a rating, I'm not going to flunk it, but I'll give it a 5. But it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, the gangsters in this movie were cheesy. The guy they call in to exterminate the rat, I mean, he's got the Guido hair going and the fucking gold chain, and that's just, you know, it's just not taking yourself seriously. You know what I mean? You know you've got a cheesy movie, so why not just cheese ball the hell out of it? And that's what he tried to do. And again, if you like this style of movie, then it worked for you. Yeah, that's all I can say, man. Anyways, did I even say what it was about? It doesn't really matter. All it is about a campground that's reopening, and they, you know, years ago they dumped toxic waste into the fucking lake or whatever, and the rat ate the food around it and drank the water and turned into this big mutated rat, and now it's killing campers. That's pretty much the plot of this movie. Super basic, super simple. I mean, there's no fucking brain surgery in this movie, that's for goddamn sure, but it is what it is, man. It's one of those Sharknado-y cheese fests, and if you like that style of movie, then you're probably going to like this movie. So anyways, I'm going to stop there. If you've seen this movie, Big Freaking Rat, let me know what you thought of it. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say. It's out now. If you watch it, it's on you. Again, just go in and either be drunk when you watch this thing, or go in with the mindset that it's going to be a cheese fest, and you might have some fun with it, guys. So anyways, Big Freaking Rat, it's out now. And as always, stay scared.